Alright, hello everyone. We're descending into Houston today. We are on the A319 in from a flight from Toronto into Houston. We're currently on the Cessna 1 arrival and we're descending via. We're coming up on checks here, so let's go ahead and finish our descent briefing. So go ahead and cross, let's pull up the chart here. Let's see, wrong one. Go ahead and put up a chart here. Alright, we'll go ahead and take a look at our chart here. We're currently right here at checks. We're going to cross checks between flight level 220 and flight level 270 at 208 knots. Then on to the Zeke intersection at between 17,000 flight level 220 and at 208 knots. Then on to the Cessna intersection at between 13,000 and 16,000 and 208 knots. Ken intersection at above 10,000 between 1,000 250 knots. Then on to Kingwood between 8,000 and 10,000, 240 knots. Eddy at or below 8,000. Reaper at 6,000. Shiv at 6,000 and 240. Howland at 6,000 and 210. And then from there, we're going to pick up the RNP Yankee into runway 9 in Houston. So yeah, we can look at the FMS, see what we're doing for the performance here today. On the arrival, we got all of our approach stuff entered. So we got altimeter of 299.4, temperatures 28, winds are 130 at 9. That should be pretty calm, not too much of an issue on the way in. We got a decision altitude since we're on the RNP. We got a decision altitude of 295, I believe, or is that for the ILS? Let me go ahead and check that. Actually, the decision altitude for the RNP is 516, so we'll go ahead and enter that. So 516. There we go, decision height of 516 on the RNP, and actually that is an MDA, not a decision height. So 516, boom, alright, perfect, that's in there. V approach of 132, VLS of 127, and that should just about do it for the weight and performance abilities into Houston today. Alright, just passing through 18,000 feet here, we can go ahead and reset our altimeters to 299.2, verify that's on both sides, and our standby here. And we can go ahead and brief our approach. We'll be doing the RNP Yankee into Houston today. So we already got the ATIS in Houston. It's currently ATIS information Delta, although we don't have ATC. I'm just using the real world ATIS. And okay, let's go ahead and brief our approach. So our final approach course is 087. And we got 10,000 feet landing distance and touchdown zone elevation 91, airport elevation 96. Alright, for the notes, for uncompensated barometric VNAV systems, procedure is not allowed below -3 Celsius or below or above 54 Celsius. We are in those requirements, so we're good. GPS is required, we got that on board. For inoperative Mauser, increase all CATS visibility to 1 3/4 statute mile. Simultaneous approach authorized for use of flight director and autopilot, providing RNAV track guidance required during simultaneous operations. They are doing that, so we will be using flight director and autopilot RNP guidance on that. As I said, we already have the frequencies all good, but we have no ATC. So we can go ahead and brief the missed approach. If we go missed, we'll make a straight out climb to 580 feet, then climbing right turn to 3,000 correction, direct to the G-box intersection, and hold as published. Alright, we're going to be taking the approach. Let's look at it from here on the Howland intersection. Going to be going on to Texan, making the RF leg to Hog, second RF leg to Sano, and then a final approach fix at Highway, and then straight into runway 9, and then as I said, straight up climb to 580, climbing right turn to G-box if we go missed. So we'll cross Sano at or above 3,000, Highway at or above 2,000, and that'll be our glide path intercept. The glide path is 3 degrees, TCH is 50, and the VGSI and RNAV glide path are not coincident. As we said, 516 on the MDA there, and that is looking good, and that is our approach briefing complete. Alright, as we start coming through 12,000 feet, as we're still descending via arrival, we got Houston there out in front of us. You can see the lights starting to come into view as we get closer into the city. Let's go ahead and do our descent checklist. So we have initiated our descent. Our progress and perf pages are done. The MiG-2 flight plan has been done. The descent has been monitored. And we already did our transition altitude at flight level 180. And at 10,000 feet, we'll go landing lights on, seatbelt signs on. Make sure we click constraint on the EFIS options page. The radio navs, we'll make sure those are all good, and then the engine mode selector. If we lose the GPS primary, we'll check the nav accuracy, but I don't expect to see that since we do not have failures on right now. So we got about 1,000 feet to go, and then we'll go ahead and complete that checklist there. Alright, just about to come through 10,000 feet here. And yep, there's 10,000 feet right there. Let's go ahead and do our checklist. The landing lights, let's put those on. Let's see here, landing lights can come on. The seatbelt sign, let's go ahead and put that on. The wing light can actually come on now at this point, as well as let's put our strobe lights in on as opposed to auto. Let's see, EFIS options, go ahead and set. Let's go ahead and set constraints. Oops. Come on, there we go. EFIS options, go ahead and set constraints, and we can start zooming in now, so we can actually see those. So there we go, we got Eddie at 8,000 there. The LS and ILS, we'll go ahead and put that on LS. On both sides, the radio nav, and we'll go ahead and select that. The navigation radio, we got the Houston VOR there, or the Humble VOR rather, tuned there, as well as the Delta Alpha Sierra VOR. I forget exactly which one that is. And then we can go ahead and take a look at our performance. Make sure this is all good one more time. Final, verify that's the RNAV 9 Yankee. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and select the engine mode selector. Actually, we don't need the engine mode selector. We don't have anything wrong, so we'll just stay in normal. And the nav accuracy, we haven't lost the GPS, so that's all good. We're doing a non-precision approach today, so the engine mode selector can go to as required. Seatbelt signs is on. And then latest 15 miles from top ascent, we'll go ahead and arm the approach phase. Alright, so we are pretty much all set up here. We actually have, yep, there's the Houston airport right there. It's lit up like a Christmas tree, as most airports are at night. Yep, so we're just going to fly a little bit of downwind here, loop around, come back in on the RNP, and we'll land right there. Yeah, right there on runway 9. Alright, let's go ahead and it's going to continue our descent here, and we'll catch up on the downwind leg here. Alright, so we are all leveled off at 6,000 here by the time we get to Shiv, so that's all good. We'll just take Shiv out to Howland, and then from there we're literally just going to join the R&B course inbound, and then that is about it for that. That is exactly it. We just do the RF legs, we'll do the quick turn in there, and then we are done, and we are on final. So let's go ahead and start prepping for that. We can go ahead and put the nose light to take off, as well as the runway turn-off lights on. Seatbelt signs have already been checked and set. We don't need the dome lights, emergency exit lights. Those are all good. Those were set before we departed Toronto. Let's see. The clocks are all good. We got auto brakes set. Let's go ahead and do our checklist here. Approach phase activate. So let's go ahead and make sure we got that activated all up in here. Previous phase. Yep. Let's go ahead and confirm the activation of the approach phase. So we can expect everything's good there. Alright, vertical path, we'll go ahead and monitor that. Managed speeds are going to be checked. The vertical deviation light will stay on, I'm pretty sure, until we actually intercept the glide slope, because we are a little bit high. But we can go ahead and reduce this now down to 3,000 there. and continue in the managed descent mode. We'll follow the altitude constraints since we do have one at Howland at 6,000. So we should meet that constraint at Howland there. Alright, and then for the speed brakes, we'll go ahead and put those in the arm mode. Nav accuracy, we don't have GPS primary lost. Weather radar is on, just in case we need it. We didn't see any weather, but we will do that. For the RNP approach, for an RNAV approach, RNP value is checked and entered. High accuracy is checked, so we can go ahead and put that in our data. Let's go see our GPS status monitor. Sorry, data monitor. Yep, everything looks good here. Fantastic, and we'll just go back to our performance edit page. Looks like got a 6,000 restriction at Texan, but we should start descending after that. Yep, we got 6,000 there, and then 4,900 at Hog. Sorry, yeah, Hog is the name of that fix there. So, yep. All right, FCU approach button. Go ahead and press that. We got the approach button armed. There we go. Approach nav and descent. We're going to intercept the final approach course now. We are on the RF leg inbound now. We can go ahead and go flap down to config 1. And the FMA will go ahead and check. At green dot speed, let's go 1. Let's actually pull back on the speed here. Go ahead and throw on some speed brakes just to make sure we don't overspeed here. We are descending quickly on this RNP, not realizing it'll be this fast. Yeah, we got the speed brakes quite a bit out here. Okay, definitely gonna need to slow up here. There's 4,900, so hopefully it'll level us off there. And hopefully we'll go ahead and get to lose some speed. DCAS mode, we'll go ahead and set that to TA only. Whoa, what's it doing? Alright, there we go. TA only. Boom. Oh, we got TA only right there. ND mode and range, those have all been selected. At S speed, we'll go ahead and do flaps 2. So let's go ahead and wait for that S speed. Remember, we don't have very long till after we turn here to get on the final approach course, so there's runway 9 right there. It is dropping us still. Spoiler coming there, so we don't have to overspeed this now. Go ahead and go config 2. There we go, config 2 is selected. Looks like this should dump us out pretty nicely if it follows our altitude bars here. Alright, and we are about 4 miles from the final approach fix. Let's go gear down. That'll help us lose some more speed. Beautiful, beautiful. We'll go ahead and pop these out so you can see what we're doing. Actually, keep those away while we do our final approach checks here. Landing gear levers down, speed brake, go ahead and arm that. The auto brake is confirmed. Exterior lights are set, and the gear is down, and we got 3 green. Wonderful, wonderful. Flaps, we'll go ahead and set 3. Great. Continuing down the final approach course here. Not entirely sure what the vertical deviation light is flashing at me for. If you know, please let me know. That'd be great. Alright, we are just about 2 miles from the final approach fix here now, so let's go ahead and go config 4. This will take us down to our final approach speed, and it'll set us up pretty nicely here. Alright, so
2,500.
2,500 call out. Radio altimeter is alive. Alright, complete the checklist here. ECAM wheel page is checked full. Flaps are full. Final approach mode is entered. Go around altitude, you have 3,000 set in the FCU. Position of the flight path, FPA or final approach force is set. Ground altitude is go around altitude set. Position flight path. Speed targets all good. Auto throttle's good. Wing anti is not needed. All this is stowed. Landing everything memo. The memo no blue. Let's go ahead and take the cabin. That'll be rid of that blue light. Then 100, and we'll go ahead and monitor this from here on out. So let's go ahead and pop out these pages. Go ahead and disconnect the autopilot here. Did not want to slow down there. Alright, so we'll go ahead and pull the power back actually here. Gonna stay on this glide path, make sure we are meeting all of our stable approach criteria. It is getting a little bit windy here. Last time I landed in Houston, I had like a 25 knot crosswind. That was not fun. But that is definitely not the case today, so hopefully we should make a better landing than last time. Alright, go ahead and just increase the speed just a little bit to get back on the final approach course here. Alright, wonderful, wonderful.
1,000.
A little bit to get back down here. 1,000 feet stabilized, Mr. Approach altitude set. Oh yeah, definitely is not coincident with that VGSI, because actually no, that VGSI is showing us bang on, so all good there, no complaints. Now it's showing us a little bit low, so we got a little bit of power. We are
100 above,
fast,
500.
Alright, let's see. Here we go, 500 foot check.
Minimum.
Alright, landing. Alright, that is the minimum, so the autopilot will kick off now, so it's no longer follow the flight directors, because by now you should have the runway in sight.
200.
Use the power. We're going a little fast here.
100.
It's fine, complete off the speed and the flare.
50, 40,
Extra
30, 20, retard, 10, 5.
Alright, pull it back just gently. Beautiful. Alright. Reverses are out. Decel is confirmed. Auto brakes are on. Alright, 80 knots. See if we can make this exit 60. Go ahead and clear them. Alright, reversers are idle, and they are stowed. Go ahead and put these away. Beautiful. Alright, that was a fantastic landing. A little bit off center line, but otherwise that was great. Alright. Go ahead and exit the runway here. Go ahead and turn off the runway turn-off lights. Go ahead and put this in the taxi mode. Turn the landing lights off. Strobe lights can come off now. And we can go ahead and start the master switch on the APU there. And we can go ahead and make this right turn, actually. Or left turn, sorry, rather. Left turn, rather. There you go, left turn. Alright, beautiful. Swing this all the way around. And this should be, oh boy, let me check my taxi charts here. This should be Sierra Alpha, so we'll go ahead and take Sierra Alpha over to Sierra Foxtrot, and then we will go head into our parking place from there. For now, let's go ahead and start the APU since the flap is open. You can see that on there. Go ahead and pull the flaps up. Go ahead and retract the spoiler. And we can go ahead and turn the wing light off. That's not needed Beautiful landing though. Alright, we are parking at Charlie 35 tonight, so we just made a right turn on Sierra Golf. We're going to take this over to Sierra Foxtrot and then take Sierra Foxtrot into the ramp from there. And then we'll make a left turn onto Romeo Bravo, and then Romeo Bravo, we'll go ahead and head into the ramp area. Go ahead and turn off the flight director and landing in the LS there. So that's all good. The AP bleed's on. AP power is available. AP bleed's good. Generators are good. Flaps are up. Lights are out. The speed brake's stowed. Let's go ahead and do our after landing checklist. So ground spoilers are disarmed. Landing lights retracted. Strobes are auto. The Wix radar, we got to turn that off. Don't want to give everyone cancer. So yeah, get the Wix alls off. Predictive wind shear. Let's go ahead and turn that off. Predictive wind shear's off. The predictive, yep, there we go. Intermode selector. It's going to go to normal. I think it always was in normal, so that's no big deal. Flaps are retracted. ATC TCAS is on standby. Any ice is not required. Brake temps. We don't have hot brakes. That would have shown up there. And we got the APU started. Great, so we'll just go ahead and do our parking checklist when we get to the gate. Alright, here's Romeo Bravo. We can go ahead and make our right turn here onto, or sorry, left turn, jeez. Left turn onto Romeo Bravo. And then we'll be parking at the far side of the third here. So this is 1, this is 2. There should be a third one after this, and we'll be parking there. Slow down a little bit here. As we come to this turn, there should be a ramp line somewhere here. That's for the continuation of Romeo Bravo. Should be something. Yeah, there it is. There's that one for the center. Nope, that one's for the left side. Or right side, jeez. Okay. Alright, so that's 34, which means this is 35. So we can go ahead and turn. Let's verify the number first. Let's see. 35, yep, okay, cool. Let's go ahead and turn the nose light off so we don't blind the marshaller here. And go ahead and pull into number 35. Beautiful, bang on center line. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and slow down a little bit as we pull into the gate here. It's telling us to keep coming, keep coming. Alright, and coming up on there, not quite. And oh, a little bit more. There we go, right there. Right on there. He crossed his arms. We are all good. Go ahead and shut down both engines. Go ahead and flip over the APU power right there. The jet bridge is pulling up, as you can see. And let's go ahead and do our parking checklist. The brake pressure, we have sufficient brake pressure. Yep, brake pressure's in the green for the AccuPressure. So the parking brake is on, anti-ice is off, APU bleed is on, engine masters are off, slides are disarmed. Let's go ahead and check that on the doors. Yep, we'll go ahead and verify that. Let's go ahead and turn the beacon light off there. These slides will disarm here in a second. Seatbelt sign, go ahead and shut that off. The elapsed time, go ahead and stop that. So let's put that in the stop position. 3 hours, 17 minutes gate to gate. 3 hours, 10 minutes block time, pretty good. External lights, or not block time, elapsed, sorry, flight time. Exterior lights as required, fuel pumps and transfer valves. Go ahead and shut those off. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wonderful. The ATC TCAS has already been put in. Let's put that in standby mode. IRS performance check. Fuel quantity, we'll go ahead and check. We got 8,800 pounds. Sounds good. ECAM status, we got no blue messages there, so we are good. Brake fan, don't need it. We don't have hot brakes. Park brake is all good, but let's go ahead and set the chocks here. We'll go ahead and set those. And we'll go ahead and dim our display units for the next crew here. Alright. And turn down this floodlight because that is very bright. Alright. That is that. So we got all of our lights turned off here. And we are parked in Houston. Thanks for dropping by to check out this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I should be back to posting a little bit more consistently, but there's no guarantees on that. Thanks. We'll see you soon.